Where we talk about today's hot topics, give you a different look. Everybody's been talking about it. I'm not happy about it, but everybody's getting pumped about it now. Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor, young talent. Introduction, another Chappelle show, co-host The Homage Speaks. How you feeling today, sir?
Feeling great, y'all. What's going on? Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Yeah, I already mentioned the topic, but first, I got to introduce the great orator and tactician, my man D. Burtz. How you living today?
Good, man. Good to be back in the mix, back in the game. Let's talk about the fight that could possibly change the sport of boxing.
Well, speaking about being back in the mix, my guy, Money Mayweather, coming out of retirement to fight Conor McGregor. I'll save my comments for last. D. Burtz, man, how do you feel about this fight, man? What do you think about that press conference?
And the press conference was quite entertaining, to say the least. But I think this fight is important for the sport of boxing. I think Floyd Mayweather
Wow.
has the boxing world on full notice. This is the UFC's attempt to take a real shot at boxing and try to become the #1 fight sport in the world. This is their shot. Now, Floyd is in a lose-lose situation. If he beat Conor McGregor, he's supposed to do it. If he lose, oh man, it's gonna be some smoke in the city because nothing would do the world better than Floyd Mayweather take a loss in the boxing ring.
Mm, mm. Yeah, I definitely hear you on that. Hey, young talent, chime in. How do you feel about this whole situation?
Uh, it's made me like Conor McGregor a little bit more. Um,
Okay.
It did do
I
that
know
for me
about that.
too. I did like him a little bit.
Dana White will love that.
it made me like Conor McGregor a little bit more. Just you gotta love his heart. You gotta love his, his not care attitude. As far as the fight go, I don't look. I don't view it as a lose lose because he took the fight and he want the check. Floyd Mayweather chases checks. He chases money. He don't take fights other than some money. So you took this fight. It's not a lose lose. He could really prove something to people who don't think he should knock Conor McGregor out. This is a UFC fighter. He's not a trained boxer. This should be easy. This should be a piece of cake. He should really put him on the ground. This should be abuse, like literal abuse. And if it's anything less than abuse, then this, goes to the fact that a lot of people say Floyd ain't really like that. There's no reason an MMA fighter should get in there. It's the equivalent of a dude that never in his life played football get on a football field. He not so as a quarterback. He not supposed to come out here and throw 500 yards, 6 touchdowns. He not supposed to do none of that. I don't care win, lose, or draw. He not supposed to be out here. You're supposed to kill him. To me, Floyd should be out there knocking him out. If he make Floyd bleed and like really, Floyd could lose this fight on without. He might not lose it as far as 12-round knockout. Oh no, Floyd lost, but he could lose this as far as the fan base if Conor out here holding his own against him. So he got to look at this more than one way.
Sound like Courtney. Sound like you describing a lose-lose situation to me.
That's what it sound like, bro.
You describing a lose-lose because
when we say the lose-lose, I think. Go ahead, Hawk. Go ahead, bro.
Once again, it's like Floyd is 40 years old. We're not talking about 25-year-old Floyd. We're not even talking about 30-year-old Floyd. So I agree it's a lose-lose situation because if he does anything less than what he did to Gotti, people gonna be like, "Oh, see, I told you, artists can hang with the bot." No, they can't. If McGregor got in there with Triple G or anything like that, it's curtains. Mayweather still moves the needle, but Mayweather's 40 years old. So let's keep it 100 about that. Floyd should win this, but I don't think this is good for boxing at all.
But see, that's why I mean by this is one of the biggest moments in the history of the sport of boxing. simply because of the fact that no matter how old Floyd is, his age, he's still the fighter of boxing. As of right now, there's no bigger name in the sport of boxing that's fighting right now than Floyd Mayweather Jr. And Dana White and the UFC have managed to get your number one guy in your sport. And we're finna get him in the ring. And if he lose, boxing can hang it up. It's a wrap. UFC is finna move into the market. No more watching UFC on Fox. No more none of that. This thing finna get real quick.
I mean, personally, I feel like
Floyd wanted the money.
even if McGregor gets destroyed, that's still gonna happen. I think Dana White is proved to be. See,
No, I don't think if he gets destroyed, it's gonna happen like that. He gotta at least be in it. He gotta, like Court said earlier, he gotta be in it. If he's in it, then it's gonna move the needle for Conor McGregor, and it's gonna move the needle forward for the UFC. It's big for them. They're at a win-win.
He has a built-in pass. If he catches an L, he was supposed to catch that L. Everybody who stood in front of Mayweather has caught an L. So it's nothing to catch an L against Mayweather. Canelo Alvarez caught an L and is still at the top of the game because his only loss came to Mayweather. So
Understood.
Conor McGregor has a built-in pass. Now let's talk about one thing that is going to be good for boxing, other than the fight, is the amount of trash talk. So please talk to me about this press conference, man. Everybody's going crazy over it.
Well, like I said, it was quite entertaining. I really listened to Conor after he got finished talking a lot of smack. Both fighters actually, after they got finished talking a lot of smack, they in their own way pay homage to both of the fighters' careers and what they have accomplished, and then just pretty much said, "I'm still gonna take care of you when it's time."
I know Jim McMahon somewhere laughing like, man, everybody done stole my playbook, man. This sound like it's straight WWE on this one.
Oh, that's what it looked like. Oh, it looked bad because I'm telling you right now, if it had been two heavyweights, if it had been Mike Tyson versus the top UFC fighter, oh, they would have got the hooking. They were talking some big time noise. Big time noise. Big time. They would have got the hooking right there.
Listen.
I mean, Conor McGregor talking smack to Floyd Sr. Bro, you talking to my dad like that, bro? We finna go right now.
He better win. I know
I'm
not the biggest Floyd fan.
He said he gonna knock him out too.
So he better win.
Floyd said he gonna knock him out.
Yeah, he better stand on that.
Well, ever since Floyd has had hand problems, he really don't knock people out no more. A lot of people don't realize that.
Now he got hand problems.
Floyd's had brittle hands for years. If you look at Floyd's record, see, I'm a Floyd.
Yeah, well, them hands better not be brittle when he get in that ring.
Like when he fought Boulderman, he beat Boulderman with one hand because he broke one of his hands. So he's dealt with hand problems for years. That's why he retired the first time. So this is nothing new. If you know your Floyd history, you know he has brittle hands.
Well, guess what? He took the fight with a UFC fighter that likes to throw punches that hit hard.
That's it, man. I just think Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather, he got to come prepared and he got to be ready. Because one thing this guy can do, he can hit, and if he get caught, it could be case closed. That defense need to be on full display.
Yeah, but Floyd never comes unprepared. This is why he has the record that he has.
Understood.
Taking anybody like
understood. But at 40 years old, going up against this guy with this kind of power that I don't think he's ever seen, this kind of power, hey man, that defense he's known for need to be on full display. Full display.
Canelo has more power than McGregor. Diego.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. I don't know do a boxer in that division have more power than Conor McGregor. I just don't know.
Canelo definitely has more power than Conor McGregor. Absolutely.
I don't believe that, but that's cool. That's a topic for another day.
That's a topic for another day. So, final perspective on this fight. Where you at with it, Courtney? Are you happy with it? Is it good for boxing, or is it just something to do?
Final perspective on this fight is it good for boxing? Yep, because boxing needs some attention and nobody watch that shit like that. Excuse my language to all the boxing supporters and fans out there. To you, but you guys are a rarity. You guys are like it's like rap when it was just all independent and underground. It's not worldwide. It's not something people care about worldwide like that. It's like an underground thing. It can get back there, but it ain't really there right now. UFC, like they saying UFC can pass you. In this era, UFC has passed you already. Maybe in the prior eras, no, but in this era, they've already passed you. Um, so really, they're helping boxing by bringing them UFC fans over to watch this and check this out. Now, if boxing wants to make a name for themselves and wake up, Floyd will knock him the fuck out. If he don't, it's gonna be the same result. Floyd takes fights for money. To me, he's not out here for the love of the game. He out here for the love of the money. Can't knock that. Get paid, young boy. Get paid in full out here. But again, you to me, Floyd didn't move the sport. Our greatest athletes in any particular sport moved the sport to another level, carried it over, brought new fans, and made generations want to be like him. All the generations that brought in don't really want to be the greatest boxer. They just want to get the most money.
Okay, y'all listening to Fresh Perspective. I disagree 100% with what my brother just said, but we're going to go to the final perspective of the great orator and tactician, D. Burks. Final perspective.
Well, from my personal experience and my personal belief, I think this is one of, if not the most important fights in the history of the sport of boxing. Courtney just hit on a good point. Floyd Mayweather can leave his mark on the sport right now. He will be known as the guy who put boxing back on the map if he go in that ring and take that guy and beat the crap out of him. I don't want to see no win. I don't want to see no dancing. I want to see a slaughterhouse. This needs to be bad. This can make up for him ducking, for people who say he ducked Pacquiao. This can make up for everything. If you get in there and knock this guy out, I don't want to see no 12 round, just beat him up, make his face, and you come out looking pretty. No, no, no. I need him in that ground. We need him in the ground. The sport of boxing needs Floyd Mayweather to walk out like Jordan did in game 6. They need that.
Okay. Well, my final perspective on this, I don't feel like Floyd needs this fight. I don't feel like he needed it at all. His legacy, to me, is a legacy of entrepreneurship. Uh, Floyd Mayweather was the guy who broke away from the traditional promoters, bought himself out of his contract, then began doing his own promotions. And this is why he's Money Mayweather and not just any old another boxer. His legacy is that of standing on your own too, and did some next level information. Also, one of the best defensive fighters I've ever seen, up there with Pernell Whitaker, maybe better. The most crisp boxer that I've watched in my lifetime. So he was defense, cat like quickness, speed. He's the total package. And for those who are boxing purists and really, really love the game, they respect and revere Money Mayweather. So he didn't need this fight. Like Courtney said, he taking the check. But I agree with both of y'all. I want to see a Gotti like behind him. And rest in peace to Toro. But that's what I want to see. Thank y'all for tuning in to Fresh Perspective.